I am 93 years old. And I still drive every day.
I still love. Yes, still love my wife. Still hold the hand every morning.
Still live every moment to the fullest, as if today were my last. You know what? It's been 25 years. I've never been hospitalized. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I don't have depression. And I don't take any pills every day. But this isn't because I'm lucky. No. It's not lucky. It's because there are 5 things, so small, that I do every day. So small, you might overlook them. But it's those little things that keep me healthy, happy, and alive for a long time. They don't cost money. No doctors. No fancy medical equipment. But their value is more than the best prescription you've ever heard.
Want to live well?
Want to be happy for a long time? Want to maintain both physical and sexual health, even as you enter your twilight years?
Well, when no more.
I'm going to share with you, right now, the 5 habits that changed my life. And before I reveal habit number 3, can you guess what it is?
Leave a comment below.
I'll read them all. Seriously.
Now, let's get started.
The world is in a hurry. People wake up and immediately rush to their phones. Rush to plans. Rush to worries. And me? At 93 years old, I do the opposite.
I start my day with stillness and with love. Habit dièse 1. Greet your body with love.
Every morning, when I wake up, I don't jump out of bed like I did when I was younger. I don't reach for my watch or phone. Instead, I lie still.
I listen to my breathing.
I place my left hand gently on my left chest, where my heart has been beating silently all night.
Then I whisper to myself.
Thank you.
Today, I am still alive.
A simple sentence. But every time I say it, I feel my blood flow smoother, my body less tense, and my mind more peaceful. I don't meditate deeply. I don't do complicated breathing exercises.
I don't do morning yoga. I just be there with my body.
I gently stroke my legs, my arms, my stomach, my neck and my forehead, as if I were greeting each part of myself.
I don't go to the gym.
I practice self-love every day, just for a few minutes. Some people think this is spiritual or emotional nonsense. But no, the science is very clear. According to research from Stanford University and many major neuroscience centers around the world, when you consciously touch your body, you are activating a very special part, the vagus nerve. This is one of the longest and most important nerves in the human body.
It connects the brain to the heart, lung, liver, intestine, almost every vital organ.
When you touch your body gently and lovingly, your brain recognizes, ah, I am safe. And when that sense of safety is established, cortisol, the stress hormone, decreases. Your circulatory system, immune system, and digestive system start to function better. Man health worker geriatrician Gabor Mate once said, "Our body doesn't need to be controlled, it needs to be heard." When you send the message, "I appreciate you," the entire nervous system is restored. And I believe it. After 25 years of not being hospitalized, I can't help but mention this simple habit. The key here is not moving, but touching yourself with love and awareness. No drugs needed. No money needed. All it takes is you, a few minutes, and a heart ready to say thank you. You know, when you pass 70, then 80, your body doesn't react as quickly as it used to.
Digestion slow down.
Sleep becomes harder. And there are private things that we are usually shy about talking about that also start to fade away. But I have never accepted that as a given. I believe that my body is a garden, and if watered properly, it can still bloom regardless of age. And one of the first good drops that I give to that garden is my morning routine.
Habit dièse 2. A glass of mint, ginger, lemon every morning.
I tried turmeric, apple cider vinegar, honey water. But then I stopped, and for 20 years, I stuck with a simple yet effective drink.
A glass of warm water.
A few slices of fresh ginger, thin, aromatic. 5 mint leaves, picked from a pot on the porch.
And the juice of alpha fresh lemon, homegrown, no chemical. Every morning, he stand by the window, watching the early morning sunlight shine through a clear cup of tea.
I inhale the cool, slightly spicy aroma, and sip slowly. Not only do I drink it, but I feel it entering every vein. Why did I choose these 3 ingredients? Science explains it very clearly. Fresh ginger contains gingerol, an active ingredient that helps dilate peripheral blood vessels, improve circulation, warm the body from the inside, and at the same time helps reduce inflammation and strengthen natural immunity. Mint contains menthol, helps relax smooth muscles in the stomach and intestines, reducing bloating and indigestion. At the same time, it helps cool the brain, reduce signs of stress and lethargy at the beginning of the day. Lemon is rich in vitamin C, helps balance stomach pH, supports iron absorption, and acts as a metabolic catalyst, awakening the entire digestive system. According to Oriental traditional medicine, this tea has the effect of activating the Yang-Ming waypoint, the area connecting the digestive system and the vital energy area. When the blood and qi are cleared, the internal organs work more rhythmically, natural sex hormones are regulated, and the feeling of being young returns, even if you are 70 to 80, or even 90 years old like me. To put it delicately, this drink not only lightens the stomach, brightens the mind, but also awakens the natural desires of old age.
No need for enhancement de rue. No need for loud advertising. Just a cup of tea every morning, with ginger, mint and lemon.
And I believe, this keeps me not only healthy, but also maintains a close, intimate connection with my partner of nearly 70 years.
Age may make the eyes dim.
But caring for and loving yourself every morning makes the heart brighter every day. After my body is awakened with gratitude, gently cleansed with a cup of warm ginger, mint, lemon tea, I give one more thing, not to anyone else, but to my own heart.
A small gift, called memory. Habit number 3. Focus on breathing and feeling of love.
I do not meditate according to the books. I do not sit cross-legged stiffly, do not try to push away thoughts as many methods teach. I choose a way of meditation, very real.
A way of meditation that he call meditation with love. After drinking my morning tea, he sit down one chair by the window, where the early morning sunlight shines slantingly on the old wooden floor. He put my on my knees. He close my eyes. And he let my mind return to the past.
Not to regret, but to nurture the emotions that were once my flesh and blood. I think of her, my life partner who has been with me for almost my entire life. I imagine the moment I first touched her hand, the slight tremor as her small hand rested in mine. I remember her shy smile, and her clear eyes under the tamarind tree behind the house. I remember the wedding day, the sunlight shining on her hair, and the first kiss of my life, trembling, awkward, but extremely sacred.
When he inhale.
I count 1,
2, 3, 4. When he exhale.
I count 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Each breath is a memory photo.
A beautiful frame in the movie of my life, replayed every morning.
I don't need music.
He don't need a meditation bell. Just all love, never fading.
And you know what? Science has caught up with this for a long time. Researchers from Harvard, Oxford, and the Australian Institute of Psychological Medicine have all confirmed that when you consciously recall loving memories, your brain begins to secrete oxytocin, a hormone that only increases when we are hugged, loved, and touched with real emotions. Oxytocin not only makes us feel good, it also reduces blood pressure, limits inflammation, increases immunity, and especially, it helps maintain physiological function and natural desire in the elderly, without drugs, without intervention. At my age, that may not be as exciting. But the desire to be close, to gently touch the hand of your partner, has never been lost. And it is oxytocin, the small chemical that love evokes, that is the silent key to keeping that feeling intact for me.
Love is not something for the young.
It is something. The longer you live, the more you need to take care of it.
One breath of love. One beautiful memory.
Could save the day, and the rest of your old age.
After I finish my loving meditation in the morning. My heart is quieter. My breathing is deeper.
And something happens naturally. I want to share that energy with the person I love. No words. No flowers or gifts.
Just, walking hand in hand. Habit DS4, walking hand in hand.
I walk every day, not to burn calories. Not to work out as people often say. I walk, to be closer to each other.
Closer to my grand moteur, my life partner.
And closer, to nature, to the slow pace of life around us. Every morning, after tea is drunk, meditation is over, my grandmother and I go out into the garden. We don't wear sportswear. No heart rate monitors. Just a pair of light slippers, and her hand rests in mine.
We walk slowly.
We listened to the birds singing, smelled the scent of milk flowers, felt the wind caressing our skin. No one was in a hurry. No one talked much. Just existing together, in a very peaceful presence.
Holding on, it seems simple.
But for the elderly, it is a healing therapy. When my hand held hers, warm, soft, something strange happened in the body. Heart rate slowed down. Blood pressure was more stable. Joints moved more smoothly and flexibly. I used to think it was just a subjective feeling. Until I read a study from Stanford University. Research says, older adults who engage in light physical contact, holding hands, hugging, touching shoulders, every day have better memories, and are 34% less likely to be depressed than those who live in isolation or lack physical intimacy. This is not romanticizing old age. This is neuroscience proving. Love is a drug.
And when you walk, I'm not just moving.
I'm moving with the person I love. We take each step, like when we were young, like when we first met. Her hand is shaking a little, but still holding on tight. And I understand, even though my body is weak, my feelings are still intact. For me, walking is not exercise.
It's a ritual of love.
Every day, 20 minutes.
No skipping.
No missing. And I believe, that is what keeps my heart soft, my mind bright, and my wife and I's happiness, lasting for nearly 70 years.
After walking together.
Holding hands, then letting go, so that our hearts are still connected. We returned home, when the sun began to set low, and a gentle breeze blew through the window. That day ended. But one more thing, very small, very peaceful, was always waiting for me at the end of the day. Not on the dining table, but on the old bed with two old backs touching each other. Habit number 5, eat a light dinner, eat late at night with affection. At my age, I don't eat dinner much anymore. I don't want my body to fight with a meal when it should be resting. Our dinner is very light. Usually just a bowl of warm vegetable soup, or some oatmeal with chia seeds, a little olive oil. No fried. No spicy. No meat. We eat in silence, or talk about our children and grandchildren, about the past.
No TV.
No phone.
Eat. To nourish the body.
But also to prepare for another party, for the heart. And after dinner, when everything has quieted down, there is a special dessert, which does not need to be cooked, does not need to be served, but always makes me feel full and emotional. We hug each other before going to sleep. It doesn't have to be passionate. It doesn't have to be a noisy sex like when we were young. Just lying next to each other. I turned my back, and she put her hand on my back. We heard each other's heartbeats, beating softly, evenly, like two old waves left over from the day. I fell asleep very quickly after that moment.
No sleeping pill.
No worries. Just, I know someone is next to me. And that is safe enough for my body to relax. And this has a scientific basis. According to Canadian sexologist, Dr. Susan Davis, if older people are gently touched before going to sleep, such as hugging, stroking the back or holding hands, it will activate natural sex hormones, especially oxytocin and testosterone at low levels. No drugs needed. No hormone replacement therapy needed.
Just, à regularug every night.
This is not just about old age sex. This is about being loved, being touched, and existing in each other, in the most gentle, complete way, true to the beauty of an age that has lived a full life. I believe it is those little hugs that have kept me from being lonely, from being cold, and from being swept away into the sleep of oblivion. A friend once asked me,
"Do you still love?"
I laughed and replied, I love, not with the passionate times like before, but with quiet touches, but enough to make me feel alive. Those 5 habits, I didn't learn them from books. I didn't watch them on YouTube. They are things I've learned myself, little by little, in my 90-year journey. But I'm not the only one who changed thanks to those little things. I remember a close friend of mine. His name is Robert. Robert used to be a very active person. He was a civil engineer, smart, strong, but very rational. He believed in science, but didn't believe in soft things like meditation, love, or affection. A few years ago, his wife Helen had a mild stroke. From a lively woman, she had to use a wheelchair. Robert collapsed. He didn't say it, but I saw clearly in his eyes, a man who was losing his light. I didn't teach him anything. I just told him about 5 little things I do every day. And the miracle is, he tried. Not all of them, but starting with the evening hug. Robert said, the first time he sat next to his wife, holding her hand for a long time before falling asleep. Neither of them said anything. But her tears rolled down, and he slept well for the first time in months. From then on, they walked together every afternoon, even slowly, even with a wheelchair.
They drank gingermint tea.
And every morning, Robert put his hand on his chest, breathed, and said thank you. Now, at 88, Robert is not only stronger, but kinder. He told me, I used to think I had to run really fast to live. It turns out, just knowing how to stop touching the person you love is enough to live. You see,
He don't share big things. No elixir, no secret tout longevity.
Just 5 small habits, but I repeat them every day, with respect and true love for myself, and the people I love. Because living long is not about adding years. It's about filling each moment. I choose to live slowly. I choose to feel every breath.
I choose to love.
Love myself.
Love my partner.
And love every little cell that silently serves me every moment. If you are in your 50s, 60s, or 70s, remember,
It's never too late to start over.
Don't think that everything is over. Because your heart is still beating. And as long as it's still beating, then each new day can still be the most worth living.
Try one thing, just one, tomorrow morning. It could be putting your hand on your hat.
Or just taking a walk with someone you love.
You don't need to be perfect.
Your body doesn't need to be as strong as it once was. It just needs one thing. To be loved by you every day.
I wish you good health.
Not just in body, but in soul. Thank you for listening to me, a 93-year-old man who still loves, who still lives every second.
See you soon.
In another video, where we continue to talk about love, aging, and life.